Okay. I can already get mercenaries at the start? No. I guess it's straight not available if you aren't multiplayer. There's a mercenary dude at the start of the campaign, but I think he exists solely so you can make characters if you're playing online.
Perhaps you would like to take a look around.
Because this game is multiplayer capable.
Already calculated.
Watch the scrubs do no damage. And get absolutely fucking murdered. Yes, yes. This is also different on PC. Actually.
On it.
Just a tiny bit of extra damage. Okay. I swear to God, Conrad, why don't you fucking shoot it, you worthless son of a bitch. I see you holding a pistol, sir. Use it, please. But you are lagging horribly, I assume, because you're walking out or something.
To the heretics.
Oh, now you use it.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and their heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Yes?
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
No, I don't think. Nah. No loot or anything.
I always keep my options open.
I don't think there's any collectibles. At least yet. Nah.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
First impression of Adelthred, who appears to be 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a lightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. Nervously twitching fingers and face twisted by a slight tick. Movements are all signs of illness or defect. In stark contrast to Adelthred, Theodora von Valencius' features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. My boy Abelard.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronus Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Those spirits could well be the natives named for dangerous aliens.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence. Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here? You have seeded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lickspittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign.
I can.
And both death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches and mysteries is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with Fon Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, abilities and talents may yet prove useful.
I'm speaking. It's showing that I'm speaking.
Lord Captain, than for
So if you can't hear me, that's your fault.
ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name Fon Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least. I have some time before the Navigator gives the signal to initiate the Void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Is that so? Perhaps the Technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House Fon Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand that... for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aid. In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Surrender to the dark powers!
Look out!
My place is at the fore. One fewer target. Reduced to dust.
Weapon at the ready.
Fucking Melter. Ugh.
I am ready for whatever comes. I'll make it happen.
Chaos guides me. Death to the weak. Death to non-believers.
Mercy for heretics!
I took care of this one. Reduced to dust.
Break their morale.
Die.
Fucking Melter. God. Actually sitting down at a restaurant and shit. I got that.
I'll see to it personally.
Out of my way.
Emperor, protect me. Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among Voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto other decks.
Oh, the casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer Prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them. Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after
Fucking
him and see if the
metaphysics.
Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Is there money to be made?
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
Dear God, no.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psyker powers.
I've never been capable of eating with chopsticks.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
We are in the warp. Considering the attack, there could be a disruption in the Geller field and the infiltration of malevolent forces onto the decks. Psykers can react to such things in the most unpredictable ways.
Enough! Master of Whispers, you must not allow my heir to turn into a mindless mutant and to perish under Enforcer fire. Do whatever it takes to bring Edelthrad back to me. Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. Mort, come.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
I would not know. I don't really have an opinion on mice. I just use what I've got, which I think what I got is a Corsair. They're good enough. they get the job done.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber.
Never tried a Corsair
For
headset.
that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful. How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for? Wretched. What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Oh no. The blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Fight! The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step forward towards the gates, looming in the center of the chamber. The power of evil, of demons. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator. All the chaos gods are evil. They're heretics, or, well, they're served by heretics. See a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from the lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, and one of its eye sockets lights up with two ember-like irises. Carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech. XP! The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the It sounds okay. So you can't hear me dialoguing? With With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Voigdur wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. I'll place my hand in it, 'cause why not? The Sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and pump. Yes? Is there a problem with me sticking my hands into the creature's thing? Its mouth? No. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath, maybe even close your eyes, and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the Sentinel? The Cogitator? Is it a figment of your weary mind? Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. I require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Eat shit, traitors! Fire!
There is still another way.
Let us not do it.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Oh, bam.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I'm trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Run, fools, or fall!
Abelard, here to save me.
Master! Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
Conrad Voider is a traitor.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora.
Holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
He openly admitted to being the mastermind of the mutiny.
And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Art, buddy. What swords do I have? A Mars pattern sword? You fool!
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Let's patch you up.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the Navigator and the Master Helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must during warp transit.
Shit.
The Sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the Sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the Immaterium. Only a Navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death. You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing? Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora
And that's
did
all
the
that
same?
matters about it.
Lady Theodora's. Which one?
The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course. Absolutely. Let us proceed.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
You are my next offering.
Run, fools, or fall!
Can't make it to anybody, can I? I can't. Well, shit. I should have used Surefire Plane anyways. Oh well. Fucking Abelard can make it.
At your beck and call, viewer target.
I need to just turn off tutorials, Jesus Christ.
Reduced to dust.
I serve the ruinous powers.
My ears are ringing.
Chaos guides me. Chaos guides me.
Well, thanks, dumbass. The fuck?
Never stood a chance.
Victory is in. I took care of this one. At your beck and call.
It is the price that must be paid.
I know how to take risks.
I have delay set to be like really low, so it's a bit surprising. Okay. Oh shit! Wait a minute. This worthless bitch.
I hear it here on the threshold.
Nah, she's actively a terrible character to have in your party. At least I feel like she is.
Watch your head.
It's a long whole thing, but in short, Psychers, after a certain amount of time casting abilities, have a chance of paralysing, which can result in things that, like, them taking damage or summoning a fucking demon in a fight with you. And, yes, See, the thing that's special about her is that she can do that at any point. You don't have to even be at a danger point. She can just do it whenever. Nope. She's terrible.
Sorry, old
And it's a trait
man.
exclusive to her.
So loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
Well, I'm sure there is, but I don't like her character, so I don't care.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the Immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the seers standing before you.
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthred. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
The whispers called
Yes.
me. The ones
Playing as a sister of battle this time.
Screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt.
She's gonna be doing miracles and shit, so...
Our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
Ain't much to look at when they're in power armor.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt.
Yeah, power armor isn't exclusive to Space Marines.
Heralding countless nightmares, cackling.
It's not as insane as Space Marine power armor, but it makes them a whole lot stronger.
The sanctum was louder than the rest.
It lets them use bolters.
Better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks. Oh no.
No, there is a Sister of Battle in this game that should be here sooner rather than later, so...
You feel the chill crawling on your skin. The eyes watching you. The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are
Damn.
we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive. Yes?
Shit.
Say no more.
She not partied up? Oh boy, I should have read the tutorial. I should have read the tutorial. I don't know how to party up on PC.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Rise to the top, or get left in the
Dare to
dust.
cross us!
All of you will bleed!
Ah, shit. Yeah, whatever.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. Was that you? Or
I'll make it happen. Taking calculated risk is in my second nature.
Here we go.
Get the fuck down!
A tactically sound approach. I will do like you want. Viewer target. Indeed.
Ah, damn it. Parry. By a sucker, no less.
but of course. Be gone.
Fucking Tart's being a dumbass. He's climbing on the fucking curtains.
Don't let your guard down. Who, if not another enemy down?
Out of my way!
Don't trust me. He fucks with them when I'm asleep.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Wakes me up doing it.
Took care of this one.
The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, and the two ordinary eyes, as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thanks the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded. Exhausted. Fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
Is it not picking up everything I say? Okay.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Oh god.
It came from beyond. His body is not his.
A dearest scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help. Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And Wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run, run.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people.
That is half the reason I wanted to play it, is because I didn't imagine too many people in our group would.
That the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
If any, really, other than like me and Venus.
Vespidus, good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Possessed by a demon.
I always keep my options open.
Terrible fate. Gather all the things. Okay. No, that's right. I remember now. I think. Over here. No, I have to walk over here.
Made.
Okay. The upper decks.
The ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these.
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
I'm the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic!
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice. Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
I always have a backup plan.
Goods. Goodies. Huh? It's not back the way I came. Okay. No more goodies to find.
Keep your wits about you.
Am I mistaken on where I need to go? Mistake as always, please.
The Emperor sets my path.
Be open with the right tool. Yeah. Yeah. Tart, buddy. Am I losing my mind? I swear. There's more goodies. Am I supposed to find something? There. Nice. Stupid shit. You better. Exact same. Okay. She has a bolter.
Here we go again.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Oh shit, he can reach. Damn it.
Rejoice in battle.
Yeah.
Prayer. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Hell yeah.
Will do.
Didn't even.
God damn it! This is why I fucking hate this bitch. She just paralyzed. And she knocked down, both me and fucking Argenta. Like, I hate this bitch. Like, what the fuck? I mean, they're not dead. She just knocked them on the floor.
Victory is imminent.
It's terrible. Fucking terrible.
It will be done.
I hate her character. Fuck, dude.
I took care of this one.
Fucking Abelard's gonna have to carry this combat, because me and the fucking... Oh, man. I don't even want to use this bitch. Like, fuck. I'm scared to even cast anything.
Anything else? Very well.
Okay, so this should hit both of them, right?
You never stood a
Yeah.
chance.
Hell yeah.
I bring ruin.
Bruh.
Death to the weak.
Ow.
Indeed. Reduced to dust.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, each strike is a prayer. Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
Cover me. That is not my
Can't
destiny.
even hit him.
Will do.
Tuh.
Let us not dawdle.
No.
I always get the job done.
More goodies. Things to equip. Bonus to tech use. I guess I'll take it for now.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
This is unacceptable.
She can't take them out. Who can use melter charges?
one's open. This could be an opportunity.
Ah. More goodies. Multi-key. Just do tech use.
An expected result. Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Just as I planned.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a
Not bad.
challenge.
Give that target, huh?
I always have a backup plan.
The Emperor favors me today.
Yeah. And level up. Death from above. Dear. Operative bullshit. It's fine.
Experience?
Huh?
Nothing matters more.
Keep your wits about you. What do we have here?
No! Heard the sound of goodies. The roar of the plains rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You're surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire toward you. It is Theodora von Valencius.
Are you lost, my heir?
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with you. That power over reality. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. And that answer can be nothing more than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart. If you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
I'll be no heretic. I'll save the people. Look away and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voices of the people beyond the shroud of smoke grow stronger and hopeful. Once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors. In your determination, you completely forget about Theodora, and when you turn your head, you see nothing but the bellowing fire. I'll take it, he's good.
Where did go? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy
What the
visions
fuck?
go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
There.
I better myself through my service.
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak, without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
Let us not dawdle.
Goodies to be found. Damn.
Oh, it's a peculiar thing.
There they are. Give me.
This is intriguing. Always keep your eye on the price.
I was just stealing off his body. Damn. Theodora von Valancius's body is sprawled on a large, blood-drenched desk. An arch-militant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful
a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere. It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Hello, Moons. I'm streaming. I'm gonna be reading off shit. I'm streaming RPG Rogue Trader. You lean closer to the body. The cause of death is apparent. What ended the Rogue Trader's life was an auto pistol shot. An extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood-spattered parchments and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. A small shard of glass scattered on the floor.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
An auto pistol shot straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around with blood. Brain matter. Shards of his skull. Safety on the Archmilitant's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker. It is difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain. On closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they had been submerged in Promethea.
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
Accounts, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC, and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. And sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter addressed Theodora von Valencius, signed it with the seal of one of the holy ordos of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, xenos, and other enemies of humanity.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
It's been raining all day over here. And it's just been constant. It's a few years old now. It got DLC this year though, I believe. And it's gonna be getting more. If they are nowhere near finished with this game.
The Emperor is with us!
Yeah. Abelard is my bro. I love this man.
Took care of this one.
He's one of the characters that never leaves my party.
One fewer target.
Here is perfect, actually. Actually could have done death from above. Oh well.
I'll see to it personally. Another enemy down. You should have thought twice before crossing me.
What attacks? Split ability used for the sword equipped. If two swords, the Blade Dancer makes 2 attacks with 1 each.
It's as good as done.
Oh. Can I just... keep here.
I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
Damn, Blade Dancer was cool as fuck. Okay. Obviously, you'll be able to watch the rest of it, or just watch it next time I'm on it.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands,
but not by much.
Anything else?
An exemplary strike.
Oh!
Death to non-believers.
My place is at the fall. Reduced to dust.
Hell yeah, Abelard. Their intelligence is less than 35. Death Waltz. Hmm. Isn't there something that just straight increases my dodge? Yeah. I would like to just increase base stats, maybe? Hmm. Increases it a little bit. Increasing dodge goes up to 80 though. Right? Hmm. Yeah, it does go to 80. Hmm. Secret mission, you say? Be honest, I don't give a fuck what this bitch gets.
Keep your wits about you.
first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader. Oh, the rogue trader is dead? No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Words worthy of a righteous soul.
Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
Let's see, Conrad and Voyager clearly in the gloom of the bridge. His holding is stained with the dark drops that seem to pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time!
What? Theodora is dead. No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the Void Ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Edelthrad, don't! Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
It's gone. Dumb motherfucker turning into a chaos spawn. Dumb.
Your doom has been foretold. The monsters demand your death.
Damn, I can just be short.
Who, if not me?
Yeah, so little damage.
I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
Damn it.
I'll do it.
Come on, Argento.
As the Emperor commands. Why I was chosen.
There you go.
I'll do it.
I'm Amanda.
Oh no. Ooh. Ooh.
Onward! I serve the ruinous powers. Crush the feeble. There is movement in the Empyrean.
Damn, what? You started it.
On it.
Fucking hate this dude.
A tactically sound approach.
It is, unfortunately. Conditions will not improve. Alright, Riff Raff, prove your worth to the road trader.
My faith strengthens me.
Yeah. Nice. Unfortunately.
Faced worse than this. Brace yourself, Avalon. It's as good as done.
Fuck.
I'll see to it personally.
Guided by faith.
Someone's gonna
Faith
die.
without deed, none can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak.
Stop it!
Lost in our ranks.
Damn! No!
But of course.
Should have been increasing his fucking parrying dodge.
Will do.
It's too late. 7 damage. You did so much more a second ago.
My ears
Worthless
are
cur.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. I will do like you call. No matter the cost.
Beat the fuck out of this
At your beck and
thing.
call. It will be done.
Damn.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Victory is imminent.
To the heretics.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
Ah, yes. It's a consistent reminder that you are indeed mortal.
Blessed are those who sacrifice
God
the
damn.
Imperium.
Everything's falling apart.
Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I was chosen. Emperor, protect the
No!
Follow my lead.
My faith shields me. Doubt is for the weak.
Yeah! And only she levels. No, no, she is everyone level. Thank God. I can see some things that help her. She has a thing where every time you perils, it increases your momentum, which is what lets you use the more ridiculous abilities. Yeah, she has a lot of stuff that benefits from perilsing, which is cool and all, and I would be okay with it if perilsing didn't include summoning a bloodletter right next to me. Like, I just don't like it. Don't like it. Oh.
Is there money to be made?
Aha.
I always have a backup plan.
Yeah. Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
To knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing. One of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking. Damn, that's a bit cruel.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the
Some
crew.
fucking horrors
Prepare
beyond
for
human
translation to
imagining,
real
man.
space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report and... blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please, hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Okay. Yeah, probably best you go lay down then. Oh boy. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing, while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, the vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the world.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind.
Lead them, mortal. Guide them. Persuade them. Force them to walk your path. You will need followers, for destiny is preordained.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you on the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World. I see you by my side on that day.
Welcome.
The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. And through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
I don't know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though Celeste entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. Oh boy, no voice acting. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. No.
Rogue Trader. I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader. The accursed servants of Chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancia's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans? I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart. Greetings. The ship was targeted by heretics, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary, but for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew. Those are very courteous words, Rogue Trader. Thank you, both for your words and your hospitality. I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet. But I imagine what interests you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the cultist attack. That story is complicated. It just so happened that I made a mistake. In a moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, where crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I had barely recovered from my wounds when the cultists struck. Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There is no place where we can be safe from their machinations. Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. How I pray to come face to face with those heretics once more, and it's bound to happen someday. On one of the recently discovered planets in the Expanse, no one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard. The path to that planet was lost. All the knowledge is gone, along with the previous navigator. It would take immense effort and resources to rediscover the route. The heir to the von Valanci's protectorate must have plenty of other issues to deal with right now. Perhaps later, when the skies above our heads have cleared. I hadn't been here that long. Just one journey from Footfall, and the other journey, the majority of which I spent in the confines of the Medbay. I can't tell you much about the first voyage. I was more focused on prayers and ruminations than on the people around me, or the journey itself. During the last journey, Seneschal Viserion stood out for me. He came by several times to ask about my health. He's an honorable man and a loyal servant of the Imperium. I think he is as meticulous in his inspections of the logistics systems as he is in his inquiries about the health of the occasional sister of battle aboard the ship. But not all of Theodora's people have earned my trust. You know who I'm talking about. There is no place for Adira Tlas among the God Emperor's faithful. I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the cultists. And I'm equally surprised by how deep heresy and treason run in this place. I'm glad we all made it through that dark hour. May the day that follows be bright. As you wish.
Lord Captain. A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you. This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words, the Coronis Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels. Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronis Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier. In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them. If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse. You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the Von Valancius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps. As you wish, Lord Captain. As you wish, Lord Captain. What would you like to know? I used to be an officer in the Navis Imperialis. No, a used to be is not quite right. It was not simply a job. It was my calling, the essence of my life. I was proud to serve Lord Captain Theodora, but in my heart and mind, I'm still an officer of the Imperium. I met Lord Captain Theodora on a mission where the Imperial Navy was providing reinforcement to the rogue traders' army on one of the frontier worlds. Our acquaintance was not easy. Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. It was to my great surprise then, that after the mission's completion, I received a referral to leave my service in the Navy and join the rogue traders' personal council. It was a difficult choice for me. But I saw in the offer a chance to serve the interests of humanity even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis. You do not need me to tell you just how remarkable a person Lord Captain Theodora was. I recognized her at once as a true leader and formidable creative force. One who had built a protectorate amidst the dangers and wildness of the Expanse. You could say there was no one among the naval command who was willing to impede the wishes of the rogue trader. To do so would be to risk their own position and their relationship with Theodora. The Lord Captain possessed certain contacts in the Imperial Navy. Contacts which she used to request help during the conflict on the border world. And which enabled her to make me an offer that resulted in my joining her retinue. The Navis Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates and muster lists. On occasion, in the heat of an official briefing, or an informal discussion, I violated those rules, determined to press my point. It is challenging to choose the words to accurately express my opinion on a situation or the actions of others that do not sound overly scathing or confrontational. Many in command were inclined to view my manner of speaking as unbefitting a person of my rank.
What? Lord Captain, any allegations of improper feelings or unsanctioned relations are utterly baseless and bordering on the insulting. Utterly baseless.
I am a widower. I am a father of 4, and if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11. My family lives on Dargonus. None of my children express any eagerness or aptitude for serving aboard ship, and I would hardly have insisted that they follow in my footsteps. Of course. I thank you for the honor, but I must decline. As a former military officer, I believe in the importance of order in all things, including the chain of command. You are the Lord Captain, my direct superior. I am not prepared to address you in any way other than as regulation dictates. Lord Captain.
Yeah. I'm streaming the playthrough, but the main goal is to play the DLCs because I have not played either of them.
pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess! What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Let us not dawdle. That's how it's done.
Cast your eye there.
Here?
Duty prevails. The Emperor favors me today.
Oh shit.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Stand your ground. Stay vigilant. Death to the heretic. Follow my lead.
Didn't think they'd be this slow on the fucking.
Weapon at the ready.
Though.
Break their morale.
As the Emperor is eradicated. I'll do it. As the Emperor, each stroke is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak.
My faith strengthens me.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
I must not falter.
You'll regret this.
Shit.
On it.
Damn, the range on this shit is not high.
Who, if not me? Another enemy down.
Weather the storm.
Suits my purposes.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
All too easy. Follow my lead.
Slap. Slap.
At your beck and call.
I'll do it.
Damn.
Stay vigilant.
Moving out.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Just need to tough it out.
I shall not fear. Already done. Suits my purposes. My place is at the fore. I took care of this one.
Yo. Not much. I'm finally streaming my Rogue Trader shit.
Let's make some opportunities.
At the moment, I'm probably gonna play Dispatch in a bit, because the new episodes, of course, came out.
Stand a chance.
I could probably stop here. I just finished a combat. I've been at it for a few hours now, so that's fine. I want to try and play a few matches of whatever with you, and then play Dispatch after. Got several things I'm looking to do, and as I said, I've already spent a few hours doing this, so I'm gonna stop in a bit anyways. I made headway, finished the entire prologue, so all right. Not a terrible first stream.